Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Purdy eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Purdy, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They go play action here. Purdy tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Montgomery on the counter. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 14. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first and 10. It's Herbert. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sacking on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Now after the sack, here's 3rd and goal from the 20. On play action, Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range. And the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to get it. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Soldier Field. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And some room to run now. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll give it to Mixon. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. (7-7) our score after one. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets them to about the 44. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't even get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A handoff for Herbert, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A play fake, now Fields to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And Burrow going to throw again. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fields on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To the air again, Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On 1, ready?
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Now Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third and goal now in a one-score game.
On one, ready?
Burrow looking to pass. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's look along with the offensive coordinator now. Have to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A first carry for Samaje Perine. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A handoff running left, Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, it's Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved into the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Mixon running right. In for the touchdown, and in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now a timeout called for by the offense. about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They started on the ground with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Once more, here's Eckler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Really solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Bears nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. but give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fields now to throw. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now they fake face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, 14 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Touchdown! Chicago! Chase Claypool, 58 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Justin Herbert over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone, escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Montgomery on the counter. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. A combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's going to have it on 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Eckler again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got room. Great move by Montgomery. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to work his way down to the 16. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now again running right is Montgomery. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner. closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way